Welcome to today's session for Google Looker Studio. I'm glad to have KK sir with us, who will be the expert of the session for the session. And to tell something about Looker Studio, Looker Studio is a publishing facility along with Google Sheets. So we have so much of data processing being done in your Google Sheets. We may be processing results, we may be processing attendance or fees record or any kind of those records or alumni records. We can always have a presentable view with the help of Google Looker Studio. So how we can do these kind of views, or how we can make best use of Looker Studio, or how we can have better, say, data analysis using Looker Studio from sheets. Let us understand from KK sir. What you sir?
Okay, sure. Thank you, sir. First, I would like to show you the dashboard which I created for my school or for my children. Okay. So actually, what happens when you open Looker Studio?
So to open the studio, we have to type Looker Studio
Exactly,
Google.
exactly, sir. So we'll have to type lookerstudio.google.com this way, and the first step while creating any report, you'll have to click on the create button. So since I'm not going to create this time, I'll create after some time, because I'm going to show you the dashboard I created for my friends, my alumni, and my children. So here this is a dashboard. If you see this dashboard, sir, just a second, just a minute, just a minute.
Good evening, Sonali ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Very good evening.
Sir,
Yes,
uh,
sir.
when you use your headset, wire headset,
It will get entangled, sir.
yeah. One, two.
So this is basically the beauty of it.
Uh,
As you can see on your screen, you get a very good dashboard. You get very good reflections of the data. You got a class, you got strength, paid, unpaid, and very colorful representation is there. The same thing if we try to make it along with Excel sheets, though we can make it, but it will be an open data set. So what Google Looker today?
yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is my dashboard which I created for my children of class 12th. Over here, I included only two classes, uh, two sections of 12th, A and B, and one section of 11th. So here there is a drop down. If you see here, 12B, 11C, and 12th A. So if I click on 12th A, so there are 27 students are paid students and 13 are unpaid, and defaulters. So out of 40 means the entire sheet is interlinked and the dashboard is changed dynamically. So if I click on section C like this, so there are only three students who submitted the proof of the fees. So this is one aspect, and these there are the filters. This is drop down list, and they are the filters. Now we are moving to one more example. I'm going to take, say, alumni. So see here, there are 227 students registered, and out of 227, 132 are civilians, 26 are armed forces, and over here one drop down is also there. This is for knowing how many are from the civil and how many are from army, how many are from navy. So whichever you create, it gives the complete detail like this. All are army people, all are army people. And if you click on civil, so it gives the list of civils. Okay, now over here, one more thing, that is year of passing. If you want to know the year of passing, I am going to take how many students are from, suppose, 2004. So only two students have filled the form of alumni. So this way we can create a beautiful dashboard. This not only you can include or insert the tables, you can include the graphs or the charts also. So how to create this and what are the main components of Looker Studio, I'm going to tell you right now. The first thing which Looker about Looker Studio, that you should have the complete idea of the data. I'm going to create a report from here, but I would like to tell you that you should have the complete idea of the data source, because all the formula and data should be there in the sheet or data source. So I am going to take the data source of Google Sheets, and that is why if you see here, there are students who have paid the fees. And one more thing which you must notice, that there should be you should know about the headers. So since there is one header only, so this is the header. Otherwise, if your data source has multiple headers, then there be you should be very cautious, because you will have to include all these three or three or four, whatever headers are there. Correct. So while creating any dashboard, first you ensure that what are the headers, how many headers are there in your data source, and how many columns are there, and which you want to include in the dashboard. So I'm going to create a dashboard, and there I'll tell you what are the components of the dashboard. And so this is the sheet, this is a source actually, which I have included here. So we are moving towards the presentation also. Like if you say Looker Studio deployment, where you can deploy to gauge the student performance, you can deploy Looker Studio. If you want to make some analysis or create interactive reports, effective and interactive reports, you can use Looker Studio. Find out the academic progressive index, performance index, you can use Looker Studio. And to engage the students, means create interactive reports to present data in visually appealing formats. Like if you want to create a pie chart, if you create the donut, if you create the map, so they usually keep the students engaged. So here there are four columns where you can know the properties of Looker Studio: students performance, data analysis, calculation of API or depicting the API in through the Looker Studio, engage students. So this way we can apply this dashboard using the Looker Studio. What is the takeaway from this session? Basic concept of data visualization, because there are so many platforms which allow how to create the charts and how to make the data visualization. And how over here, since you are doing a Looker Studio, so you will have to have the idea of two things. One is front end and other is the back end. Until or unless you have the back end, Looker Studio is of no use. So while creating the dashboard, you should have a back end, and this time I am going to take the back end of you know Google Sheets. So there may be many backends and for Looker Studio, which I'm going to show you right away. Going to create a report. So on by clicking, since when you click when you click this button, create button, it asks for some basic information about the country, and sharing of a data and sharing with the other peoples. So you will have to uh, give the consent, and after that, as soon as you give the consent, you will be able to create the report. So when you create the report, there are these three options. So one is the report, and other is the data source, and Explorer is the beta version. So we'll discuss report and data source only this time. So click on this report. We can create the report from this plus sign also. If you click this, the same function will be performed like this. So here there is untitled report, and it is showing how many backends are available. So multiple backends are available, and whichever kind of data you have, you can select one of them, like Google Ads, Google Analytics, Looker's own data source, Google Sheets, BigQuery, AppSheet, Microsoft Excel, and other files. So whichever data source you want to use, you can select it from here. So multiple backends are there, and they'll be displayed on your Looker Studio dashboard before creating or before adding the data source. So this time I'm going to take the data source of Google Sheets. So see here, it shows all items like owned by me, which I created, shared with me, whom shared with me, whosoever person who shared the database with me, start URL, and open from Google Drive. And this time I am going to, because all items are here, and from all items I am going to take this Google Sheet. So see here, there is a form responses and the name list. Now I want to take this, and here use the first row as header. And if your sheet or source does not have a single header, you might do it. You should convert your headers in one row, so that it is easy for you to create the reports. Otherwise, what happens, you'll you will have to select this one, include the specific range. One thing, that your data should be single liner, and the data range you want to select. So suppose your sheet is having three header rows, and from fourth row your data is starting, then you should include from fourth row till the end, or the limit. So I'm going to select this and going to add to the report. Now add to report. Now you can give the name to this report, because untitled report, say dashboard of fee. Correct. So initially when you add the data source, it gives a table by default, I think, which is of no use. You can delete it. Okay. Now there are the controls, the menu bar. The most important I would like to tell you about, one is add data, which we have added, then charts, then different controls, and apart from it, images and the text box. And if you see here, there are three icons, buttons. One is data, second is properties about the data whichever you select from the span, and filter bar, whichever filter you create. So this time we are not going to create any filter, simply using this sheet. And this is what Google form only. And this time I'm going to add one more. So click on add data. Again, Google Sheet. Same. And this time I'm going to take the name list. We have to check whether it is having a one liner header or two liner header. So I'm going to check it here to see here, name list. So it is single liner header. Okay. So I'm going to take this, because first line is header, and add this. Add to report. Again, delete it. It's not required. Now the second thing, This is your data source. See here, there are two data sources. One is form and other is name. Okay, and then you will have to add the chart to this report. So I'm going to take one chart. So the first chart I'm going to take is scorecard, and this is coming from this, and I'm not going to take this. I'm going to take it from name, correct. So there are 111 students, and one field is added automatically. This is record count. If you see, observe these fields, the column is having 1 2 3 icon, means this is numeric. ABC, this is alphanumeric, and this field is added automatically to your report with this database or data source. So this scorecard, you can, uh, in this pan, whichever item or control you are adding to your report, about its properties there, you can change. There are two fields, mandatory fields, about which you should know. One is dimension and other is matrix. One is dimension and other is matrix. Dimension suggests the columns, means qualitative columns or qualitative fields, means they are not involved in calculation. Whereas metric component is for the calculation, it holds the data. So there are only two components, dimension and metric, the main components. And other than these two, they are the filters and other controls. So perhaps I'm not going to cover the others except filter. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to add a table. Now see, yes, you can give the style to this. Suppose here, so you click on style. If you want to show the title, click on show the title and say strength. Strength, and again format a bit. So color, if you want to check or change, suppose I'm going to change color, and some alignment, so it is in the middle. Label means this data label. So what color you want, you can give the color. So see here, color is there. And hide field name, so this is about the record count. And field value, field name, this was left aligned and we have hidden it. And this time, so field value means 111, so we can align centrally. If you want to give the background, you can give the background. So background I'll give on page level, not this time. So let's see, this record count I don't need, so I'm going to delete it. So this is automatically adjusted. And now apply style on it. Change the size, or little bit more bigger. So 28 is okay. Then labels, if I say the size of label, if I take it 20, so it will look like. And if you want to change the color of the labels, suppose I give white color, and background I'll change. Background I am giving this. So you can expand this, and background color of this. I'll do it later. So before I proceed further, click on the page, because we can add multiple page. So we should click on the page, click on current page, and go to the style, page style. And this time I'm going to take the gradients, linear, okay, then add one more, and add one more, and this is white, and done. One more thing, you can decide the measurement of this layout. Usually 1200 by 900. So if you want to change, you can change it 1920 to say 1080. So this is the layout and the background color. And still you want to change the colors, it's up to you. Now this is the complete list of these rooms. Now I'm going to take one more scorecard. Okay, so it is showing the admission number and it's a sum. And what I wanted the record count, and and okay. And this will I take from the select one. If you see the name, I'll just show you. Here, this is a list. Hope you are able to see. What I have done with this sheet, I applied a formula, this formula. We look a formula, array formula, so that the students who have paid fees are not the defaulters, and sorry, students who have paid the fees are not defaulters, and students who have not paid the fees are the defaulters. No, matlab it's not defaulter. This is defaulter, this is defaulter, and this is defaulter. So on the basis of yes, no, we can create the filter in my dashboard. So any question from the audience? Okay. So we are going to create a filter here. Let me see. Because I want to give the count, but on the basis of filter, because I want to give the title as paid and unpaid. Paid and unpaid. Suppose I give a title to this paid. Label, color, whatever you want. Give the color. Hide it. Say white. Okay, and one table I'm going to take here. And in place of class, I'll take the name from here. So all 111, 111 students list will appear here. And since I am going to apply a filter here, so I'll go to the in the bottom. From here, you can use ascending or descending. This is ascending. So, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I got. I also used Crystal Report. Mm, it's a dynamic now, sir. Exactly. Yes, sir. If any question from audience, okay, exactly, you're right. Remove this. I don't want. So these are the students, and I'm going to create a filter here. Add a filter. Give a filter name. Say page. Field. Okay. Let me check here. Defaulter is equal to out of yes or no, because there are two values only. So if paid means no, so one filter is there for no, and one more filter I want to create. Defaulter include again defaulter is equal to yes, and say save. Matrix. One more, add a chart. Showing some issue where name name 34. Okay, is correct. See here, sir. Sir, okay. So, sir, see here. So, the filter I have created and applied here. So, they are the students who have paid, correct? And I'm going to take one more chart for unpaid. Name, defaulters, title. And one more thing, if you want to give some style, you can give here from here the corners, suppose, and color, say white, thickness 2. So see here. So if you increase this, so corners are coming. Oh, so here the default is. Okay, so they are the paid because we have created a filter. So paid students are in this table and unpaid students are in this table. And accordingly, I create the dash scorecard here for defaulters. So 77 are the defaulters, and change the color if you want. So this way we can create a simple, you know, kind of tables which can show a total number of students of your class or a school, a total number of students who have paid, and total number of students who have not paid yet. And apart from it, you can use other chart also. Suppose drop down list. Name, and you can modify them from here. First you select this, but this is just the beginning. I'm not going to make you expert in this, but this is just a beginning. You can use and try and get more beautiful results. So dynamically it will be changed because there is only one sheet and the data is coming from only one resource, and that is why whatever controls you are using here, when you click on any data, the entire scenario is changed. So see here, I clicked this person, so he has paid the fees, but it is in a defaulter list he's not there, so no data because I selected only one student. And if you want to reset, it will regain its older form. Correct, sir? So this way we can because in Looker Studio, these two words, dimensions and metric, they play very important role. Yes, definitely. So here there is button, share button. So if you go to this place and click on this time this is restricted. So if you want to share with the people, change the right, restricted, unlisted, and public. So if you want to give to anyone, use this public, and if you want to give to your friends, make it unlisted, and restricted. Nobody can use except you. And here you give the email ID. Yes, yes, yes. No, whatever data source you have included in your dashboard, the sheet will go. Since there are three tabs, sheet tabs, but we have used only one sheet out of these three. That the sheet will come completely with the whoever receives it, but in the dashboard, only one sheet which we have used will be reflected. Data, data also. Because if data doesn't go to the recipient, the how will the local studio work? Because backend is not there, so backend will be there. And this time I'm going to give the editing rights, viewer or editor. So I'm giving editor right and send to the person. Or you can do one thing more. Suppose this public, copy the link and share with the person with any means, maybe email or WhatsApp. So these are few things about Looker Studios. So this is from my side how to use you know uh, dimensions and metric and create a simple dashboard. So because this is not the end or this is not the mastery of the topic, this is just a beginning. So I'll come with the new reports and filters, rather bland data and many more options, like how to integrate a map with the Looker Studio, how to integrate other charts with Looker Studio. So after this beginning, in the next session, we'll discuss charts and map also. So for today, this is from my side. Over to you, sir. Oh, one thing more, one thing more. So since it is in editing mode, here there is a button view. If you click this, so it is now looks very good, or it is not changeable or editable. When you click edit, only then you can edit the dashboard or make some changes. Unless in this is in edit mode, you don't. If this is in view mode, you cannot do anything. And if this is in edit mode, you can edit the entire Looker Studio. And if you want to, one more thing, if you want to delete the data source and take the new data source, you come to edit mode and add data from here again. So this is the base to connect the database to your Looker Studio. Uh, Yeah, if you modify data in backend, this will be reflected in your front end. But there are so many things how to create the calculated variables, how to create other filters, how to create blended data. So this is still in the pipeline. So in the next session, we'll discuss this also. Mm. Right, sir. Right, sir.